Okay, this is outro for the exhaust. I don't even know what I have anymore on here. It's just like a typical me. So here's where I'm at with the exhaust. Welding all my crappy cuts. I have to do all this, and I did most of that already. This actually doesn't look terrible. Like, that actually looks professional, does it not? Look at that, wow. So this is what comes up here. It comes up under here, and then out to my GTI muffler. And then I really want to just get done with the exhaust. I hate jumping around because then I feel like things get like discombobulated, like jumping doing fuel, blah 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 blah. So this is like the hugest thing on the car, I think. So this, once this is all welded up, I ran out of gas, so I can't weld. So after that's all done, then I'm gonna move on to, so I have the trainee little brace here made that clears the exhaust. I just need to, what do I have to do? Oh, I have to get some bolts that run through here. It's a bit long. I should have kind of probably made like maybe right, instead of this piping, and then just spaced it like this. I can still do that, I guess. I can still go down, and then this has to be here to clear the exhaust. And then after that, then I'm gonna work on the fuel system. I mean, it's all ran. I just have a new fuel pump that I'm gonna put in, or fuel filter, sorry. Fuel filter, so I gotta remove the fuel gas tank. And I'm gonna put the fuel filter in there. I couldn't find a good location for it. And then after that, then I gotta pull the turbo off and then finish the wastegate. I gotta do the wastegate setup. I might just do that on the car. No, I can't, because I gotta drill the hole still. So I like put it on, take it off, put it on. I gotta take the heat wrap off it too. I don't know why I didn't think of that. And then after that's done, I can put the turbo on. And then after that's done, then I gotta finish the wiring. And wiring's pretty much done. I just gotta wire up the coils, the injectors, and ECU, and alternator and stuff like that. See, like I think I have something. Oh, I thought I had something going to the back of the alternator. I swear I had a cable. I have the cable. It's here somewhere. Yeah, and then I think I might actually try to get it started. I gotta do a crank seal. I fricked that up pretty bad. So I'll do the crank seal. I'm actually just trying to get it started. So frick it, I got a MAF in, and then yeah, just try to get everything. Oh, I gotta send the ECU out to get the immobilizer deleted. But that's where I'm at. So, that's a lot to think about. But I think like I don't even think a huge milestone will be getting it started, because I know that I can. It's just fuel, air, and just making sure there's no leaks, I guess. Is all the cooling systems pretty much developed or whatever. I made all the tubing for the cooling system and the oil and all that's done. It's just a matter of, the one thing that I am worried about is if the clutch works or not. I think it might have had too much, because it's the self-adjusting. If this does happen, I'm just gonna buy the whole kit. It has a self-adjusting pressure plate, and what I think might have happened is I milled too much off this spacer, and when I first stepped on the pedal and released it, I'm not sure if there was too much space and the fingers came out too far, because what happens with the self-adjusting pressure plate is once the fingers spring out, or once it's adjusted all the way out, if you put it back together without resetting it and you step on the pressure plate, or like you step on it, the fingers don't go back in. So this is the fingers. This is the throttle bearing in the middle that you can't see, invisible. And so it should be like this when you step on the pedal, but I think what's happening is it's just going like this. Honestly, it looks like it's just pushing on the crank, but I'm not 100% sure. So that'll be, if that happens, I may just give up and buy the RWD Motorsports clutch kit. I'm trying to save money, So I might just buy their kit and just whatever and redo the clutch assembly, because I'm only going to be pushing around 350 horsepower to the wheels, and that's just the RS4 clutch assembly that I have in there with the single mass, and the bolts were like really close to the clutch disc and I had to shave them down. So that was like stupid too. But yeah, so that's it for this one. So I don't know what's I mean, I'm gotta go get gas and then finish welding, and then from there, then yeah, and then I can continue on with everything else. Peace out. Peace out. Goodbye. Oh, microphone's plugged in. Not gonna fuck this up this time. Working on the no, just kidding. We're not working on the Exocet. We're working on the 07K swapped Miata. We're trying to fab up a motor mount bracket for here, and we already did one over here. And yeah, oh, we only tacked that in place with that little fucking thing, huh? Yeah, I think barely on there. We get the engine held up with a hockey puck and a 3/4 inch piece of wood,
as one does.
Yes, and then now we're trying to fab up the bracket for the driver's side.
Plenty of space.
Reaches the bolt holes and everything.
1, 2. Yes, it does. Well, like we want to get that up as much as possible to leave us some space beneath. Excellent.
So this one we're using the RWD Motorsports, I think, right? That's where those 2 bolts went. I was like, what the hell did I do with the 2 bolts for my transmission? They're on his now. I was looking for them forever.
It's a shared project.
This is a T5. Oh, you got a speed sensor? You got all kinds of cooler stuff than me. I don't even have a speed sensor.
Bro.
I don't even have a drain plug. I don't even have a fill plug.
I'm not using them.
I'm gonna take them. One thing I was thinking about, because I didn't know that, because it's just a square tone ring. I'm used to seeing the speed wheels, you know? That's
yeah.
I guess inside here it's just a tone ring, a square wave.
I'm gonna be reading speed off of the wheel speed sensor, so
right.
it's kind of useless anyways.
No, well, not on your miles per hour. It won't be off.
Well, you're right.
That's at ABS only.
Well, I'll be
So, but I didn't know that was an option on T5s that you could do that, because I bought that GPS one that turns GPS signal into a square wave to convert for your miles per hour.
I didn't know. I didn't even know I had it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't pay
there's
much
a tone
attention.
ring on the output shaft.
Nice.
So, okay, talking shit. That'll be a nice and easy conversion for you to convert your wheel speed. Hopefully. I don't know if you're gonna need a decoded digital thing.
I mean, I'm going into the AIM digital dash, so I should.
That probably has GPS in it anyways.
Yeah. I don't know what it's currently using, but we'll see.
Pretty little. I got fresh gas. Full tank of welding gas too.
Nice.
So if we gotta do welding.
I think
And
the next struggle here is figuring out how to get the fucking bolt hole into place.
To make sure we actually get it right.
Right, and that we're in the right location. Going through. Where's that stud thing?
Over here in the front.
Right.
What, didn't I stick it over here? Fucking lost it, dude.
On the floor?
No. You know what? I thought I like purposely came over here. It's right here. To the magnetic tray.
Nice. Nice thing about this is, like, if I ever smoke this, I can just machine that out. Or if I want to go even stiffer, put a block of dough in or fill it.
Or hockey pucks.
Fits there, is it? It's like an M10 hole, but an M8.
Yeah.
On two different sizes.
Yeah. What? That's fine. Just let him be a nerd. Alright, we're dropping it down on the motor mounts for the first time. Alright, we're dropping. The engine mounts, sorry.
Yeah.
Every time I used to go to the hobby store.
So, puck is out. Weld is finished on the bottom side here. Both sides are, for the most part, tacked into place, slash welded into place. We'll probably put some more braces when we get closer to running. Obviously it's tilted right now because it's supported on this end by the jack. So hopefully when we put it all the way down, let's see if it comes down.
Close enough.
Fully off of the jack.
So here's one of these unfortunate circumstances where I did timing chain and now it's leaking hella oil. I'm not sure from where yet. He just sent me pictures telling me it's leaking oil. So I told him to bring it back. And that's what just can happen with this type of work is, you know, doing your own work. I mean, even at at home, I'm doing people's cars. Still anything can happen, which I'm still not sure. The only thing that was weird is he had an early model GTI, and the lower chain cover had like, his lower cover had like, it was weird, like missing a bunch of bolts, but they weren't missing, like the cover didn't have the holes to even put the bolts there. But once I pulled the timing cover off, the bolts were all threaded like the holes. So I had to scrounge up some bolts for the lower cover. So I'm wondering if maybe a couple were too long, some T30s, and didn't tighten down on the cover. So I don't know, I'm gonna take it apart and find out. So all I see so far is this hole right here. There's a hole that one of the bolts that I didn't get to put in, or forgot to put in, because I have the old timing cover somewhere. Maybe not. It was missing like tons of these bolts, because the new cover had all of them, and then I scrounged them. I must have just missed one. And I think that's going all the way through into the engine, and the oil's coming out of that hole. It's like on the bottom corner of that timing cover, but I'm gonna take the upper cover off just to double check. I think all of the stupid oil was just coming out of this freaking thing right here. Right, this missing bolt hole. The bolt right there. Son of a bitch. Well, I gotta find a bolt. I should have one. I actually threw a bunch of those away. I was like, I'm not gonna need these, because I always had a bunch left over from like doing engines and stuff, getting doubles and blah blah blah. And I just need one. I'm so kind of happy, kind of upset that it's all coming out of there. I gotta clean it all. Thought I bought parts wash. Instead, I bought foaming engine cleaner and degreaser. So that's cool. But I'm gonna get a bolt, put it in that hole, and then check the cover, the upper timing cover. Yep, 100% that hole. So I took the cover off, stuck my finger behind inside the engine, stuck a piece of welding rod through the hole, and it goes all the way through. What a fuck. That's frustrating. So I'll just get a bolt, put some sealant on the threads and just put it in there. That's super duper annoying. All this made a huge mess. Oh my god, that's probably why, because I didn't drive it. When it's running, it's probably like just barely touching it, but you know, once you start driving, the chains are just flinging the oil everywhere. So that's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it back together, and then I gotta find a bolt for that now.